Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Blessed be, blessed day. I am Autumn, the Enlightened Daughter. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do, welcome back, High Vibe Tribe. So let's get right into it. Aries full moon. Wow, the second Aries full moon this year. Super powerful. This energies have been building up for days, like 4 days. Like I'm already in the midst of it, right? And one word that I kept hearing, and I kept hearing, and I kept hearing for everybody was pivot, right? Pivot, pivot. And so we had an Aries full moon earlier this year in April, and now we have the second Aries full moon, right? And this is going right into eclipse season. And I kept hearing the word pivot, and I'm like, what do you guys mean by that? You know? And so for some of you, it's there was a cycle that you started or that you kind of put into motion during the last Aries full moon, and you're being given the opportunity to kind of like revisit that energy to like look at it again, right? Because we also have all these planets in retrograde. So you're given the opportunity to like look at it again through like a fresh set of eyes, right? Like you get to like look at it with a whole new lens. Like, all right, this is what I started. This is where I'm at right now. Cool. Do I need to like keep moving forward on this path, or should I like shift something somewhere to because it makes more sense, right? So you're getting this opportunity. The universe is really supporting that. For others of you, well, for everybody, actually, we're all finishing cycles, right? Aries is the baby of the zodiac, right? It is the newborn. It is the beginning of the zodiac sign. So we finished out a whole bunch of shit, and now we get to start a whole new cycle, right? And get to go through all 12 signs again. So we're all being gifted this opportunity to start new things because we've just finished out, right? You end one cycle, you're beginning another. But there's like a pocket of you that started a cycle in April with the last Aries full moon, and are starting another cycle now. So you have like two things kind of like working in tandem, but they're working with each other, right? It's just like you have these gears going, and they're both kind of like the plates are kind of spinning on their own, but they're also working together. So it's almost like you've added like a new magical leg to whatever it is that you've been manifesting, right? So it's like if you were manifesting, you know, some type of success in your business, right? Like, not only did you find success with the one thing that you were working towards, but you also found success in another area of your life. It's like working out, right? Like, you're going to the gym to work out, and you're going with the goal of I want to lose weight, right? But in the losing of the weight, you also gain energy back. You happen to meet like a whole bunch of new friends, and now you have like a whole new soul tribe, and like you're on your way to, I don't know, freaking Panera Bread or something to grab something to eat, and you run into like your divine counterpart, right? So it's like you're working on the one thing and you have that emotion, but as you're doing that, that energetically puts you into alignment for a whole nother thing that you kind of also had in the background, right? So there's like you're harvesting one area of your life. And then when you're done with that, you're looking around, and because that area has kind of been cleared out, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize all these other things have grown as well. Like now I get to harvest all these other things. So this is a really dope energy. Like it's like blessing on top of blessing, miracle on top of miracle, grace on top of grace, right? And things closing out and ending and emptying out because they're no longer serving us, guys. Like it is what it is. We all know what it is. Like been holding on so tight to some of that old energy, but it's like, cool. Do you want to hold on to the new and to the old and stay in like, stay on that hamster wheel, or are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to like let go and just like see where the freaking river takes you, right? See where you end up jumping off the cliff and being like, all right, God, where are we flying to, right? Because you just gave me wings. Where are we going, right? And not necessarily knowing where you're going to land, but trusting the process. This whole like energy that we're in right now, it's like you trusting the process, because there are things that are going to become there are opportunities that are coming forward right now that are going to give you There are opportunities coming forward right now that are going to give you a chance to step into your purpose, right? To step into your life purpose. So there's these little pockets of opportunities, chances, these tidbits, these little breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving for you so that you can step onto the path and step into your purpose. But it's up to you to make that step, right? Like you have to one, have your eyes open, have your ears open. I said that before. It's like I need you guys to be grounded and I need you to pay attention. Why? Because this is the energy that we're moving towards, right? You need to be grounded, you need to be paying attention. What was that sound I heard? What was that? Look at this. What does this mean, right? There are animals that are coming in. The power animals that came up for you guys because there are certain animals that are like trying to give you guys messages. There's crystal energy that is trying to work with you guys, like, but you have to be open and aware, and receptive to the energy that's coming forth. Again, the Most High God is never going to just leave you flailing out there. There's always love and always wisdom and always knowledge and like understanding flowing into us, but we need to be open and receptive to it. And with this Aries energy, this super creative power is really moving forth right now. Again, that's why we have all these cycles started. It's like, yeah, like use that creative energy. Let's get stuff going. Let's get things moving. Like this is what's happening right now, right? And you're being super supported, but you have to actually get up and start getting things done, right? You're getting these downloads, you're getting this information. Okay, well, what are you going to do with it? It's great that you have like a bowl and a wealth of knowledge, but okay, what are you going to do with it? Right? I've had all these energies coming towards me to address male intimacy and to really focus on like my male clients right now and some of the things they're growing through. And I'm like, okay, cool. And like the information's coming, information's coming, information's coming. And I had to stop and I had to be like, okay, God, what are we doing? Because you're pouring all this into me for a reason. I need to build a container for this and see where it goes. Right? I.e., that's the coaching course that's being created at this moment. In the now, actually, it's almost done. Um, and so it's like we're all being gifted these opportunities to step on your purpose, to take these information and to do something with it, right? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. Sorry, my hair is driving me crazy. I swear. It's the end of the day, and it's the end of the day. Just forgive me. Um, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk, right? He had those beans, those magical beans, but they serve him no purpose if he didn't plant them, right? They're just useless beans sitting on the counter. But once they went into the soil, right, this fertile soil of our grace, as we've seen in so many readings before, that's when they took root and that's when his life changed, right? He had to do something with the seeds that was given to him. And that's the same thing with all of us, right? We're gifted all of these seeds. What are we doing with it? No, every time we plant our seeds, they're not going to sprout, right? We hear that very clearly when Jesus is telling the parables about the seeds, right? Some are going to fall into the sand, some are going to fall into the road, some are going to be eaten by birds, but there are going to be some that hit that soil, that grow and that turn that area into something beautiful and lush and prosperous and abundant, right? So we have to be willing to go out there and start planting those seeds and knowing that it's not always going to work, but when it does land, boom, it's on. We get to step into the land of milk and honey, right? So pivot, right? Like there's going to be things coming forth that are going to give you the opportunity to step onto your purpose. And for some of you, it's going to look a little bit different than how it started, right? You're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to shift. You're going to have to maybe take a step back in order to take a step forward, right? And not be discouraged by that. Not be discouraged by the timing of things, not being discouraged by the fact that sometimes you have to take a step back or shift, left or right in order to get the things done that you want to get done, right? Knowing that there's a greater purpose for it, knowing that, the thing that you asked for is, yes, it is yours, it's complete as long as you just keep moving forward, right? Knowing that no matter what you ask for, right, under grace, will be gifted unto you, there should be nothing stopping you. If you know that you're guaranteed to get that thing, then why would you hesitate to keep moving forward? It's like, I know what I know, I know what I know, right? You look at some of the successful like athletes and actors and actresses that we see nowadays, and they're just like, no, I knew that I was gonna do it. Like I saw myself on the stage. So those no's don't mean anything. Those rejections don't mean anything because it's like, well, you don't understand. Like I know what I know. I know that I'm gonna be on stage. I know I'm gonna be talking to millions of people. I don't give a fuck that you said no with your little 20 people over here. You're not the person that I need to be in alignment with, right? It's like that type of energy, and you just keep moving forward. It's like, all right, well, I know what I know, what I know. Like that's this energy with you guys, right? You have these. desires, these goals, these dreams that are implanted right in your soul that you implanted upon yourself before you incarnated, right? And so now your soul is pulling you, pulling you, pulling you towards that. And anytime you're moving away from it, fucking, it's a shit show, right? Chaos, calamities, illness, disease, misery, depression, fucked up relationships, like all the things that, because we're moving away from that in which we're supposed to be, right? And so your soul is always going to be leading you forward. And again, we always have a choice, right? And we're always going to be taken down the path of least resistance. Sometimes it does not feel like that, right? Sometimes it does not feel like that. Sometimes it does not feel like you have a choice because the choices you've made before you decided to start being conscious about your choices weren't necessarily the best choices for you. So now you have to make more conscious choices from where you're at. And sometimes where you're at fucking sucks. It's awful, it's disgusting, it's hateful, it hurts. You're miserable, you want to die. You can't believe that this is your life. Been there, been there, been there, been there. Been there, been there, been there. When you're looking at that bottle of pills and you're just like, wow, you know, fuck, there has to be a better way. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I get it. And it can be fucking hard and heavy and harrowing and dark and depressing and constrictive and suffocating and exhausting, right? It's like the exhaustion of your soul, not exhaustion of like your body. It's like you can't even sleep because it doesn't make you feel better, right? You like that's the point you get to. And so then from that space, you have to make a choice. Not always the choices you want to make, but it's like, all right, well, I have to make a decision. What's the lesser of the two evils here, right? Which one is going to hurt a little bit less? Which one is going to maybe help expedite my process so I can get the fuck out of this energy and I don't have to deal with it anymore? You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're at. So, again, we always have a choice. We may not like our choices, right? But every day we're given an opportunity to make better choices than the ones we made before. And that's all that really matters. Okay? So, let me see what else. So, I don't want to forget anything. Then we're moving into eclipse season. Oh, so cycles that started in April, right? Again, some of you are cycling on top of cycles, which is fucking dope because you got this whole like other energy going on with you. And some of you are being gifted the opportunity to do a reset from what you already started because maybe things weren't necessarily in alignment, or maybe now you have a new perspective as to where you're trying to grow with that goal, dream, or desire, however that plays out, right? So either way, it's a good look for you, right? And then you have the eclipse energy, right? And eclipses, we know, shake shit up and they really like push things forward, right? So it's like we're like pulling back a freaking arrow on a bow, right? It's like you pull it back, pull it back, pull it back as far as it can go. And then when you snap it, boom, it takes off, right? Imagine a bow and arrow, you don't really pull it back that far, right? When you release the arrow, it's just going to fall in front of you. It goes nowhere fast, right? You have to go backwards, right? Sometimes get a little tight and restricted, let it go in order to fly forward, right? And then when we fly forward, that's to the goals and the dreams and the happily ever after. And we end up doing a timeline jump when we thought we were gonna have to like struggle and claw our way up this freaking mountain, you know? For some of you, I need you to remember that you're already on the mountain, right? It's like you're exhausted, right? And I get it, and I get it. Guys, I tell you all the time, I don't come on here and talk about shit unless they put me through it first. At some point, I'm either gonna see it or I'm gonna be the one growing through it. That's how it is, right? And then it gets channeled to you guys. They're like, "Oh, tell them about the most fucked up day of your life. Oh, tell them about that trauma. Oh, tell them about this distortion. Oh, tell them about that fear." I'm like, "What is this? Like, tell my business?" And they're like, "Yeah, basically, we need you to tell them everything so people know they're not alone." And I was like, "Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for not telling me." Um, but so I show up and I'm speaking on the shit because I'm growing through it right along with you guys, right? Right along with you guys. So, mountain. Okay, sorry. It's been a long day. So, it's just a reminder that you're already on the mountain that you feel like you can't surmount, right? For some of you, for a lot of us, there's been our goals and our dream, and there's been this fucking mountain in front of us, right? And it's like we feel like we're here, right? It's like we feel like we're here, and this is the mountain that we have to climb, in order to get to our goals and dreams. And no matter how much work we do, it's like we feel like we're never getting out of this area, right? It's like we've been walking and walking and walking and walking, and every time you look back, oh, it looks like you've gone nowhere fast, right? That's what it feels like. Here to tell you, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful children of light, that you've made it way further than you think, and that what looks to be like another steep, steep, steep part of the mountain ahead of you, because you were like somewhere over here, actually was just like light and shadow, right? Like you were somewhere over here looking at it and it looked like this is what you had to do. But now that you're approaching this, right? Now that you've ended this cycle and you're coming out on the other side of this, now you're going to see that this is all you have to go, and that your goal and dream is actually right here. You thought it was here because this looked like this, but now this has come down and you're seeing it's right there. Like you have so little to go, so little to go. But this is the point, right? You have to be paying attention. You have to be tuned in. You have to be grounded. You have to trust in that intuitive guidance that you're getting and receiving. You have to take inspired action. Like you have to take the seeds and go out and plant them. It's not gonna take as long as it did before, right? These aren't bamboo seeds that we're planting, right? It's not gonna grow and grow and grow underground, and all of a sudden you're gonna see it. Like that's some of the things that we're getting right now, absolutely. But no, these seeds, we're talking new energy, new earth, 5D kind of seeds, right? Like you put them in the ground, they're grown. You know what I'm saying? You turn around and go get water, and all of a sudden you have a whole new crop. That type of energy coming in for you guys. I'm telling you, it's super dope, but it's up to you to be grounded. It's up to you to be centered. It's up to you to be paying attention. It's up to you to keep your eyes open and keep your ears open, to pay attention to the signs and the symbols, to take inspired action, to control your motherfucking temper. Because guess what? It's Aries attitude full moon. You already got full moon energy that makes everybody already amped. And then you got it with Aries, right? Fire, ruled by Mars, freaking the ram of the zodiac, right? We got the energy of freaking Scorpio like right behind us, right? And that's another one ruled by Mars. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of aggressive energy coming in, even though we're in Libra season, right? Libra is all about that balance and stuff, and we just have to know it's change and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. So while you're stepping into your blessing, while you're manifesting, while you have this energy amped up, amplifying all of your manifestations, guess what? You also need to stay grounded. Understand that this is an intense energy for people, and some people are not going to be receiving it well. Again, harvest season means that you reap what you've sown. Not everybody sowed good seeds, and so the things that you're going to be reaping, you know, may not feel comfortable. Again, we have an opportunity with the second Aries full moon to hit a reset button, right? So for those of you that are not happy with the things that you've seen manifesting in your life, now it's cleanup time. And for those of you that are happy, guess what? You get to double down on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's super dope. I love it for you. All right. Hair and my eye. So aggravating. Anyway, it's about to rain. I'm supposed to be working. Actually, I took a break real quick because I kept getting these downloads. Where are we starting, guys? All right. Sorry. So the power animal oracle. So there are a few animals, and like I said, there are animals that are working with you guys during this time to support you. Um, so if you start seeing these animals, you start, whether it's a picture or someone mentions it, you see them outside. Take these as signs that you're on the path and that your manifestations are going to start coming in a lot quicker. Right? Maybe they're a reminder that you need to kind of clean some energy up. Right? So we're going to see what the animals have to say to you guys today. Did I just see buffalo? Look at this motherfucking buffalo abundant. All I did was cut the deck. You're provided for in all ways. I love that for you. I haven't worked with this deck in a minute either. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for these messages. Who's showing up for the collective right now to support them during this Aries full moon? I love it. My baby, the Raven, coming out. Love that. Own your power. Take accountability. Fix your vibration. Do what you got to do. You're creating powerfully right now. Like I said, we're reaping what we've sown. What are you sowing? I hope you're sowing seeds of magic and miracles and blessings and grace and abundance and prosperity and divine health and love and wisdom and knowledge and understanding, right? You have the ability to create this life for yourself. And the Raven's coming in here to support that. I love that. Got the rabbit too. Look at that delicious fertility, right? Your creativity is at what? At a peak. I just said that, right? You guys are getting these downloads, but you have to follow through with it. Don't just take the seeds and leave them on the fucking shelf. Plant them. Do something with it, right? Run with it. It doesn't matter if you know what you're doing or not. Dude, I just created a whole fucking like video, edited, like created this whole ad. I don't know how to fucking do that shit, but I just did it. Took me a couple of days, but I've been sitting here doing. I'm like, I need to figure this out. I am my company. Like, let me figure this out. It's not gonna get done unless I do it. Right? And I'm getting the downloads and I'm getting the messages and I'm getting the things to say. And I'm like, all right, well, now I have to put pen to paper. Right? You're being supported right now. God is your muse. Like, come on. Porcupine, innocence. Free yourself of guilt and shame. All right? This is setting boundaries. Right? See the porcupine? We're going to set some boundaries during this time. You don't need to feel guilty or shameful about your desires, your goals, your dreams, the things you're trying to accomplish, the fact that you know that you deserve more in life and you don't have to feel bad about none of that stuff, right? Some relationships are just not meant to be anymore. Some people are just not meant to be on your path anymore because they don't understand where you're growing. They don't understand the calling in your life. They don't understand where your soul is leading you, and that's okay, right? It's unfortunate that we have to leave some people behind, but again, it's up for you to set really strong and healthy boundaries. It's time for you to protect your energy and protect whatever this is that you're creating. That is your baby, right? Fuck everybody else. You are the most important person right now. Sam, with determination. You know where you are going and you will get there. All right, so keep moving forward. And like I said, guys, it's gonna be a little tense. We're pulling back that arrow, right? That sandwich swimming upstream. It's a little bit heavy, right? That it's a little bit heavy, but you're gonna keep going, right? Bottom of the deck, dragonfly illusion. You know who you really are. And that is just a reminder when all these naysayers start coming at you, looking at you crazy because you're doing something different, because you're, being the odd one out. Fantastic. This is your calling, this is your life. They don't have to agree. You know at a soul level who and whose you are. Who and whose you are. You don't have to justify that to anyone. Okay? They either going to be on the same page with you or they can keep it banging. It's really that simple. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What else do we need to know? What do we need to see for this full moon in Aries? Wow. Innocence again. Children. Innocence. Again, Aries is the baby of the zodiac. So we need to start looking at things through the eyes of a child, right? Children are very trusting, right? They trust the adults in their life. They trust life. They trust that they're going to eat every day. They trust that someone's going to take care of them. They trust that they're always going to have clothes. They trust they're going to be safe. They trust that their mom is still going to be there. They're very trusting. They put the energy out into the universe and they don't think about it. They don't worry about it. Hey, Santa, I want a bike for Christmas. And they just know that they're going to get that bike. They don't think about how it's all going to work itself out. Some of you need to remember that energy, right? Imagine, get into your head, role play like a little kid, like really get into the energy of that in which you're creating and you're vibrating. See yourself in that energy. And for some of you, this is also a reminder that you need to raise your vibration again. Be a little bit more joyful. What can you do to bring play, joy, laughter into your life? Right? Go to a comedy club. You can go on freaking YouTube here and look at comedy stuff. I look at Wild 'N Out clips every fucking day just to laugh, just to change my vibration before I go to bed. before I put on whatever book I'm going to be, listening to subconsciously, right? Just to change my vibration. If I'm feeling bad about something, I get up and I move and I go do something else, right? Change the vibration. Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. All these downloads are coming in. The ancestors are supporting you guys, but you have to be open and receptive to it. All right. This is a huge part of the downloads that I know that I've been receiving because my crown chakra has been it, growing through it, right? So for those of you who work with shamans or resonate as a shaman or a shamanka, right? I feel like even more of your gifts are being activated at this time. So pay attention to your dreams if you can keep a dream journal, but there's more and more information that's being downloaded into you at this time so that you can bring it forth to the collective. Okay? Bottom of that river movement. Then we just have the fucking salmon, right? Water is about emotions, right? So some of those emotions are going to be heavy, right? They're going to be hard. They're going to be a little rough to maneuver. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep moving, and you are going to be moving into calmer waters. Again, guys, this Aries full moon, things will get or can be a little tense depending on where you're at vibrationally and where you're at on your spiritual path. But it is not for you to give up. It is not for you to tap into that energy of fear and hold on to it and make yourself like a suffering martyr of some type, right? This is a time for faith, for trust, for love, right? For grounding our energies and knowing that we're always supported, that we're always loved, that we're always favored, that things are always working out for our highest and greatest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. That even when we're swimming upstream and we're frustrated because we feel like, at any moment that we can't make it, that actually we're building our spiritual muscle. All right. And that things will get calmer. Up, down, right? The ebbs and flow of life, but it's an ebb and flow. It's always flowing. Okay. All right, second throw. Sorry, I wanted to see which deck we were growing through. So you got your animal signs. I'm gonna put crystals at the bottom, at the end. Cut the deck. Ace of Cups. Love begins. Right. So this is about self love. This is about romantic love. This is just about loving yourself and your life and the things around you. Right. This is also potential for a new relationship for some of you. Which again, Aries starting things off. Right. So starts, it might be a little fiery. We'll see. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. See the Ace of Pentacles down there too. Getting love and money during the season. I am not mad. I'll take it. Take a boo and $1 million. $1 million transformation absolutely going on. Absolutely, absolutely. And the mask are coming off, right? Butterflies coming out of their cocoons. We're seeing things differently. Look at that. Right? She got a little stone on her third eye, right? So clarity, third eye vision coming in, right? Seeing things through the eyes of God. She's coming out of this darkness, right? She had a dark mask on, and now here she is, all brilliant and luminous, right? So we're coming into the light. Beautiful. No more hiding. No more hiding. Ooh, material harvest coming in. Again, like I said, a lot of you guys have been manifesting some shit, and you were about to see it. Oh my gosh, I love that for you. Hold on, we had a whole bunch of cards go up. Some of you guys, these manifestations are going to feel great, right? For some of you, they're going to show you where you need to clean up vibrationally, right? Financial and material changes. So some of you are a little disjointed in your energies right now. And there's a lot of fear energy surrounding your money, your finances, right? It's like you don't feel like you're in control of things right now. And you're being guided to let go. You see how the hand is open? You have to let go and surrender. Like really trust that the universe has got your back on this, right? Really ask for help. These changes are what? Sorry. Changes are necessary. Oh, so for some of you, this change, this shift that went on financially is to get you to stop focusing on and trusting so much in earthly things. Like you absolutely have this energy coming in for you. It's two different, all right, it's two different groups. So there's one group who's been doing a lot of this fucking inner work, and this is what you're gonna start seeing, and it's gonna double down for you, right, during this time. Wow, that's funny. Double. It's literally gonna double down for you. For others of you, you've been there's still some work that needed to be done. There was some work that still needed to be done when it came to your vibration, when it came to your viewpoint, when it came to how you were looking at, your money and finances and material wealth in this 3D. And so the changes, because five is the number of change, the changes and the shifts, the chaos, some of the calamities that you had to grow through just now were to teach you how to let go, how to trust, how to stop holding on so tightly and gripping onto what you had because you're not thinking that there's going to be more. So some of you had to really lose almost everything to learn to really have faith and to stand strong and to trust in the divine. And you had to learn how to let go. Like you had to learn how to start spending money to know that money needs to flow in your life, right? So if we're feeling financially strapped, right? Holding on, and I'm not saying be fiscally irresponsible, right? But I'm saying like holding on to every dollar and cent out of fear, causes more stagnation. Then money is not flowing, and then if it can't flow, then it stops, right? So it's not going to keep coming to you because then it has nowhere to go. Money is always in motion. And when we're using it intelligently, when we're using it with integrity, when we're using it from a space of love and fear and divine guidance, right? Then money is like, oh, I can go to that person because they love to use me. Here, let me give them more to use. Let me give them more to use. Let me give them more to use, right? So that is part of the lessons that you've been growing through. That's one of the cycles that ended and closed out for many of you during that first Aries full moon. But for those of you that maybe weren't done, this is kind of what's being finished out right now. So if you've been struggling with your money and your finances and your career and stuff like that, understand that these shifts are coming in because God is guiding you to trust, right? Trust the universe, trust in your own energies, trust in the flow of money. 3223 at the saw on the clock. Um, Surrender the process and understanding that again with that buffalo energy that we first saw, right? You were provided for and always, right? So really believing that, really knowing that. And again, taking inspired action and doing what you're being guided to do when you're getting those downloads. It doesn't mean that we sit in the corner of our room on our hands and knees praying for a miracle. It means that once we're done in the corner praying on our knees, praying for a miracle, then we get up and we get guided to, go to Starbucks and we get the fuck off our ass and we go to Starbucks and it may not make sense to us, but we're going to head out there anyway because we know we just prayed for an answer and we don't know where we're being led, right? We don't know what's at Starbucks. Got it? And then, woo, luminous. Look at you shining bright. So more light codes coming in, more understanding, you standing in your power as a light worker, right? And no longer being afraid to be seen. Again, transformation time. We're coming out of the dark and into the light. You are going to be given opportunities to step onto your purpose. You are going to be given opportunities to step into your purpose. Are you going to take that opportunity and come forward in the light so that you can receive that in which you've been asking for, your material harvest, right? You got to do the work. You got to take off the mask. You got to surrender to the process, right? And then what do you get? Ace of Pentacles, right? Prosperity begins. Once again, more money coming in for you. Neither one of their hands are closed. You see that? Even on top of each other, they're still open. So for some of you, that Ace of Cups could be a divine business partner, something like that, like a soul tribe member coming in that's really going to help support you to grow your finances. Um, but again, you're going to be giving an opportunity. There's new opportunities coming in for you guys. So and we're all on different paths. I don't know what it is you're manifesting, but there's a fucking seed of wealth within you, right? Like a millionaire code that is ripe and ready to be planted right now, but you have to do the work. Where's your hoe? Where's your soil? Where's your trowel? Where's all the stuff people use in gardens? I don't know. Here we go again with the third eye chakra. Talked about that, right? Her third eye is illuminated. Right behind that, we have the magician, awareness. His third eye, his crown chakra, all being illuminated. All right, so it's time for you. How can we be aware, guys? How can we be aware? Oh, I have to pay attention. I have to keep my eyes open. I have to keep my ears open. I'm getting freaking downloads from heaven. I have to tap into it. Eyes are open. He sees very clearly, right? All three eyes are very clear. And then look, the truth coming in. Libra season, balance, harmony, seeing the bigger picture of things, right? You see how he's looking out into the galaxies, right? It's so much bigger than this minuscule like trauma or drama that we're dealing with right now, right? It's so much bigger than that. So things are coming into balance, right? Understand that things are being worked out for your highest and greatest good at all times. And I know it doesn't always feel like that, guys. I know that. I know that. I know it doesn't always feel like that. I know it can be a fucking shit show, and I know that it hurts, and I know that you want to cry or hurt something or kick something or punch something or burn shit down. I get it. I was in here flipping out on my team of light the other day, right? And I does this shit every day. I'm grounding and meditating and doing all the processes, and I still have the things that I'm growing through, and I get freaking tired and I get overwhelmed, and I'm be like, I'm tired of this fucking faith conversation, dude. Like, can you come down here and smack a bitch for me? Like, I be losing it sometimes, right? And then I have to remember to ground myself and to center my energies, and that it's bigger than that. And this is a microscopic thing that I'm looking at. And what about the macroscopic reason for it? And I have to look for the lesson, I have to look for the grace, but it doesn't always feel like that. So understand truth and things are being balanced out. I feel like karmic justice is coming in, like good karma is coming in for many of you. Look, I'm bottom of the deck, spiritual union. So yeah, that Ace of Cups we saw earlier. Oh, some of you are meeting your divine counterpart during this time. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I love that. I love that for all of us because I'm still technically single. Technically single. No, I'm single, single. Like, I'm not even dating anybody. Not even texting anybody. It's so corny. So dry. 0 stars. No, it's fine. I'd rather be alone than be dealing with somebody's messy ass energy real fast. All right. Angels of Atlantis. What we got? What we got? What we got? Sorry, guys, I'm sweating. I need to get back to business. Hot in here. Hair's all over the place. I'm running around all fucking day. Feel crazy. Sorry if I look a mess. I wasn't really gonna do this, but whatever. Metatron, wisdom, right? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding coming in for everyone. All you have to do is ask. Literally, all you have to do. If you ask God for wisdom in something, you will receive the answers. I don't know how many times I've been like curious about something, and I'm like, I don't understand what that means. Can you explain it to me? Can you show me? And the next thing you know, it's like text, email, message, sign, blah 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 blah. Like, but you have to ask. Ask, and ye shall receive. Literally, you have not because you ask not. Asking from your heart. I'm not talking about asking from your ego. Okay. Patience is also required. Wow, that's so funny. This is at the bottom of the deck when I cut and shuffled, and it's still there. So empathy coming in, right? For yourself and for others. So I know you're already a freaking sensitive ass empath, right? It's like, how much more can I feel? Go deeper. I really feel like this is more so an energy and a grace that you need to provide for yourself at this time, actually. Right? Like, feel through the feelings that are coming up right now. Allow them to come forth. There's so much of this. There's so much within the fucking spiritual community of do the shadow work and get rid of your shadow and but like, and I'm like, I'm a person. I'm on earth. As long as I have a body and I'm in the light, I'm gonna have a shadow. Why would I want to get rid of something that's been with me since birth? No, the shadow is not a bad thing, right? The shadow needs love and a voice and a platform. Like the ego needs love and a voice and a platform. They all serve a purpose, right? It doesn't mean that it gets to overwhelm my life in my world. It doesn't mean that my shadow is greater than my light because it's not, but it means that it serves a purpose, right? And it's here with me unless I'm in the dark or unless I'm dead. Thus case I'd be in the dark. Very odd, people. So we need to feel and be kind and considerate to ourselves during this time, right? Like have that emotion, but also understand that people are growing through it right now. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm gonna keep saying that because I know I told y'all to watch your tempos, but guess what? There's about 7 point something billion people that are not watching their tempers right now. So you need to take the high road. You need to offer these people grace. You need to see the beauty within them despite the darkness that they're coming through and dealing with. Okay? I know, why do I always have to be the bigger picture? Yeah, so what? I go through the same thing. I always have to take the high road. I'm a fucking Aries sun. Okay? My south node is in Aries. I actually have an Aries stellium in my fucking chart. I'm also a New Yorker. When it comes to being guided to take the fucking high road and be patient, that's all I've heard my whole life, and it's fucking aggravating. Like, I'm like, why do I always have to be the bigger person? The fuck? But guess what my path is? Learning how to control my temper and being the bigger person. And I know it doesn't always feel like that way, but now I have the opportunity to take a step back and look at things from a bigger picture. And I look and I see most of the time when people are acting out, and and I'm sure there are many adults that won't agree with this, but I don't give a fuck. All I see is tantrums. All I see is tantrums. You acting out, you want attention for something. That's all I see. You need to be heard, you need to be seen, you want to feel loved, you want to feel appreciated. Okay. I don't think it's very hard to love on people. I think sometimes it's hard for people to receive love, but I don't think it's hard to love people. Right? We kind of give love a bad name. There's nothing wrong with love. People misconstrue the name, people misuse their that ability, but it's not love that's the issue, right? It's the distortion of the people that are using the word in the incorrect way. Everybody just wants to be loved. That's why I became a coach. That's why I became a teacher, right? Because I know people just want to be loved. I know people are just hurting. And so when I see someone throwing a tantrum, then I understand that they're throwing a tantrum and that they need a minute. And I don't give a fuck how old you are. 8 to 80. A tantrum is a tantrum is a tantrum. I don't give a fuck how you call it. Right? That's opening that heart. But you also have to set boundaries and you place people where they belong. I completely see you, feel you, appreciate you. But that doesn't mean you get to violate, right? Right back to the boundaries card. Like, I love you. I got it. You're growing through something, but go sit down and take a moment to yourself. I'll fuck you up, right? No, non-violent. Just kidding. Most of the time. Archangel Sandalphon, evolution, right? Layer by layer, we're releasing that in which isn't serving us, right? And headed right to the light. Archangel Sandalphon, another light card going in. So again, more downloads, more light codes being activated within you. Archangel Sandalphon is also the archangel that takes our prayers up to heaven, and he also works with music, right? So this is a direct channel to the divine, right? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You don't need to go through any outside source to talk to God. Look at this, Archangel Sandalphon again. The planetary cycle. So these retrogrades are really coming in to support you guys, right? This full moon is coming in to support you. The planets are working in your favor, right? May the odds be in your favor. Like that's this whole vibe for you. That's the whole vibe for you. But you have to show up, guys. You got to show up and you got to keep moving. You got to pay attention, you got to get grounded, and you got to keep moving. And I'm telling you, whatever this little obstacle is in front of you, or that you, because this shit is so small, from what you've been going through and all the shit that you've seen, this little thing, and I mean, it's so little that's in front of you, seemed magnanimous before, right? Like when you were on the ground just starting, this little thing looked like this, right? It was huge. but you moving forward, you're on the mountain. You guys have been walking. 4444, I just saw. Thank you, angels and guides. Right? Like you guys have been moving up this mountain, right? You've been going, 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 going. And from here, it looked huge. It looked huge. But now you're over here. And you're like, oh shit, I already passed that. Yeah, you passed it. I feel like many of you passed tests that you don't even realize that you passed. That's why you're just like, it's like you're just, you- you've been moving forward for so long that it's like you don't even know what else to do, right? You've been climbing for so long, like you don't like you stopped even looking to see how much further you have to go. All you know is you just have to keep going, right? And it's like you're going and you're going and you're going and you're going. You're tired and you want to give up, but you're like, fuck that, I'm not going because I'm not going backwards. I don't care what that means. Whatever. I just have to keep going here and then I'll figure it out, right? And so it's like you're feeling like you're still kind of in this area, but you're here. You're here. You've gone so far. That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't even realize you're right there. You were the salmon that was swimming upstream, and now look, you're in cool, calm waters, right? Look, behind the river was music, right? Archangel Sandalphin's also in charge of music. So maybe some of you guys have been getting messages in music. Maybe you've been getting your downloads in music. Maybe you're creating music with this divine counterpart that's coming in. Maybe that's going to be your financial blessing and abundance is coming in. I don't know. Um, that was just a whole nother message. But yeah, you're so close. You're so close. And I feel like wow. I was gonna say for some of you it's a matter of days, but as I was about to say it, I felt it so strongly. Like literally for some of you it's a matter of days. Wow. Oh my gosh. You better fucking tell me what's going on in the comments. Better tell me in the comments or fucking email me. I don't care. You better tell me something because this is dope. Like, you got money and love coming in, things coming into balance. All you gotta do is just pop back real quick and do one last cha-cha, right? Two steps back, two steps forward. What? All right, I'm done. I'm so happy for you guys. Let me go do what I need to do. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. I'm so excited for you. Like I can't even keep like I'm just so excited for you because I this is huge. This is huge. Like High Vibe Tribe, we've been doing our fucking work. Like you guys have been in here in the trenches with me, like grinding, healing, clearing, and activating, and taking accountability, and journaling, and crying, and like we've grown through it, and like to just know that it's this close, like within days that many of your lives are going to be transformed in a magical, magnanimous way. That's fucking dope. I love this for us. Like, fucking, yeah, hell yeah. High five, fucking high five to everybody because you fucking deserve it. Fist bumps, all that shit. Fucking deserve it. Hell yeah. Anyway, um, gentlemen, look out for coaching sessions coming out because I'm doing coaching sessions that are specifically for men as we tap into the energies of male intimacy and really just having a space and a container for that to open that up more for you guys because the more we heal your intimacy, we're going to heal your sexual relationships. We're going to heal your business relationships. We're going to heal your money. We're going to heal your health. Like there's so much that goes into this one conversation, right? So that we can have success in every area of our life, we're going to start with this one conversation, right? So that's what this container is for. So just keep an eye out for that. I'll probably put something here on YouTube about it. And if you haven't already, join the Facebook group, Our Safe Space, right? It's for gentlemen. The link is down below. All the things. Ladies, I got you. You don't have to worry about that. There's always a space for us. So you guys can see me anytime. Email me, text. I do have a group for ladies too. I have to reactivate that. But right now, the coaching course specifically for the gentlemen. This is just for the gentleman, the male intimacy. All right. And you guys always know you can hit me up for readings. I'm always around. I'm trying to think if there anything else I need to tell you before I let you grow. No, I don't think so. All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. You're amazing. Congratulations if you've already been receiving these fucking manifestations. Congratulations if you met your boo. Congratulations if you started a new job or started your own business or whatever the fuck this is. And if you haven't, congratulations because you're about to get it. All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Later, my beloved. Sorry, guys. I almost forgot. I forgot to pull a crystal for you. I'm not going to actually pull a crystal. I'm going to pull one of the cards just to see what comes out. Anything that's going to support you guys during this time. Gaia, got any specific crystal you want? Okay. Yes. I'm hearing green aventurine, hearing any redstone, stay grounded, black, black tourmaline, black onyx, tiger's eye, focus, clarity, and luck. Tiger's eye is also good for grounding, good for protection. It also activates abundance and prosperity, right? I have it. Here's one. And what was the other one that fell out for you? Oh, there's two. Okay. Oh, labradorite balances and protects the aura, raises consciousness and grounds spiritual energies, strengthens intuition, promoting psychic abilities. Good for the throat, third eye, crown chakra. Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Labradorite coming through for you guys. And then pastel jasper, known as the supreme nurturer, provides focus, brings tranquility by aligning the physical, mental, and emotional bodies within the earthly realm. Improves organization and motivation. I love that. I actually have that on my altar. Let's see if I have another one that I can show you. Uh, my labradorite, I know I don't have here. So this is the pastel jasper. Right? Beautiful. Pastel jasper, tiger's eye, labradorite. Again, any black or red stone will be super helpful right now to keep you guys grounded. Red, obviously, with the Aries fire energy. Um, Amethyst will also help because that does deals with the third eye, the crown chakra, as well as keeping you grounded. Okay. Anything else, angels and guides, for the collective? All right. I'm really finished this time. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Mwah. Thanks, guys.